Hi everyone, welcome back to my studio. I'm Reese. So I've been getting a lot of comments recently asking about my process and how I paint in my sketchbook. If you're new here, I'm working on a 90-day sketchbook challenge. And if you're interested, I've been making videos every week showing my progress in that challenge, and you can go back and look at some of those videos. And today I thought I would share a sped up video of me painting one of the paintings that I did in my sketchbook challenge. And I hope it's going to be helpful for you to see my process of how I layered the colors and how I problem solve. But before we start, I just want to encourage you to please hit the like button on this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for future notifications of any future videos I make. And take the time to leave me a comment, ask me a question, or just drop me an emoji so I know that you are here and you're showing your support for this channel. I'm really trying to do everything I can do to make this channel grow and share all my thoughts and ideas and my work with like-minded creative people and encourage you on your creative journey. Okay, with no further ado, let's jump into the video. Hi, this is voiceover me popping in. So I initially started off with just adjusting my drawing, and then I went straight into figuring out the colors that I would use on the skin tones. Usually I use cad red, cad yellow, white, browns, blues to come up with the right colors for any white light skin tone. And I use a card to try to match it to my subject. So you can see here that I'm slowly adjusting and trying to compensate for what I'm seeing on the reference image. Her face has a lot of blush, and I kept trying to get that before I moved on to trying to get a basic color match for the background. Then for the hair, her hair was black, so I went straight in for just a combination of Payne's gray and a little bit of umber brown, and laid in just the first initial layer of the hair. Then you will always notice that I always work from light to dark. And so working on her outfit to get that emerald tone to it, especially any kind of a look of a sheen or a satin material, you're trying to get the sheen so it's a variation of colors, starting with the lighter green on the chest and then working into the emerald green in the shadows. Then of course the hat itself matched, so I started to also do the same process on the hat itself. I was actually really looking forward to doing the cherries, which I do a little bit later. You'll notice that I hop around from place to place, and that's because the more advanced your colors become, the more closer you come to the final product, the more your eyes will not be deceived by the white background, and you'll start to see the true colors, and you'll slowly start doing your final adjustments. As I'm doing this painting, my eyes are going back and forth from the image to my actual paper that I'm working on. Now, the difference between doing this in oil is that I could have gotten a little closer to the actual look of the reference material. However, it's not a master copy, it's just a quick study. I literally did this within less than 2 hours. It was still a pretty long, arduous process. And then of course the paper itself is completely different. It's not watercolor paper, it's a mixed media paper. And that presented challenges working with both the watercolor and the gouache in the painting like I normally like to do in my sketchbook. One thing that you will notice that the face, as I said before, has a blush to it. That's true with her nose, her cheeks, her ears, and even her hands. That's because that is where the blood in your body comes closer to the surface, and it's more obvious to see that red tone. So you see I laid in the first layer of those cherries. I was really anxious to see if I could get the color, the shine, and the depth of those cherries at that scale. Now, when it came to the hands, I wasn't worried about too much accuracy. I just wanted to give a representation of the fact that yes, she did have hands in the painting and she was holding a book, but I really did not spend a whole lot of time. It was a quick sketch. Here I am going back into those cherries, trying to create the depth that I've been looking for. Now I'm working in on the fine details of earrings and the final touches on her ears. Just starting to pay attention to all the little details that will make it look more cohesive. So this was the book that I used in my sketchbook challenge. This is a book about William McGregor Paxton and his wife Elizabeth Paxton. And they were a married couple of artists. And this is published by the Dixon Gallery. That I think it's their actual home. I can't remember, but the whole gallery is dedicated to the Paxtons. I'm not sure if they have other stuff there. I've never been. If I lived nearby, I would definitely go. But some of their paintings were just absolutely gorgeous. Set in about the 1918 time period. The last big turn of the century, from the 1800s to the 1900s. Just a lot of beautiful studies of home life in an upper middle class home, I think. I'm not sure if this is upper middle or upper. But lots of beautiful paintings in this book. They make me think of Vermeer as one of the artists in comparison, especially one like this, where it's this light from a window coming in from this direction into a room, This is very much mirrored like many Vermeer paintings. Simple life of sewing, often women just doing tasks, or maids and that sort of thing. It's a really beautiful book. It's not a very big book, but I think the paintings in here are really gorgeous. Still lifes and all of that. And this is the painting I did. This is called The Green Princess, or another title is The Album, from 1913. 30 by 25 inches, oil on canvas. Even though I would call it a master copy, it's a very short master copy that I did within probably 2 hours in my sketchbook using watercolors and gouache. But if you're interested in this book, I would highly recommend it. Okay, I guess that wraps up this little quick process video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Have a great week. Bye. 안녕.